Welcome to your favorite show, Jagee's Cookbook. This time I've got something very special for the non-veggers. Now, to enjoy cooking in the kitchen, it's very essential to enjoy your quality time and not quantity. Now, that is, we have to have a plan ahead strategy, and we need certain plan ahead menus or recipes, and I have some, and I always depend upon them. Now, the main thing is to incorporate that into your life, and you'll find lots of good things happening, and you'll find yourself more relaxed in the kitchen, and that's the whole aim of Jagee's Cookbook. Now, this time I've got a special recipe for you with pork and chicken. I know a lot of people have been asking me for a long time for these type of recipes. Now, the main thing is, in this type of recipe, is that the preparation time is very little, very less, and the marination time is, well, the bulk of the time is for the marination. Now, that doesn't bother me because the marinade does all the work while I go about doing all my other chores, and I'm happy and wonderfully relaxed. When it's time for lunch or dinner, all I have to do is go to the oven, bake, roast, grill, fry, whatever, and I'm ready with food on the table for my family, guests, for me, everyone. So this time, you wait and see for a lovely, smoky, sweet and spicy episode in Jagee's Cookbook. Now, for our baked or roast chicken and pork, what we need is three whole legs, that is this, 3 whole legs, and 3 pieces of pork. A pork can be of any part. It doesn't have to be a certain part. It can be, now right here I've got chops, and I've got even ribs, pork ribs. Now what I have to do is make the marinade and then marinate these beautiful, gorgeous pieces of meat. Okay, so that while when I'm going to rest or do my other work, the marinade is going to infuse all the beautiful food and going to really get into the meat and flavor it. First of all, what we need is, now I've got a chopper. Now you can use anyhow. You can actually bash it up and use it anyhow. Don't worry about that. Okay. Garlic cloves. The more the garlic, the better. Here I've got 10 for this amount. It's really good. We know that garlic is very good for you, full of antioxidants, and totally very good in every way. So you have to include more ginger and garlic as possible. Try to avoid all kind of artificial things and go for the natural things. That's the secret of good health. Now, what I have to do is just chop this. I'm sorry for the noise. Okay, now with that, what I'm going to do is I need some cinnamon. Okay, a little 2 barks of cinnamon. Then I need, it depends upon how spicy you want. I've got, a little bit of pepper. Depends again how spicy you want. If you want it more spicier, the more pepper, and then you can add it afterwards. Then I need 2 tablespoons of cumin seeds. Okay, jeera. 2 tablespoons of jeera or cumin seeds. 3 anise seeds. In Malayalam we call it takkolam. Then we need 2 cardamom, eleka, 2, and we need around 3 cloves, okay, 3 cloves or grambu in Malayalam. We need really to bash that up together. Then we need for again heat, as if the pepper was not enough. 3 chilies, red chilies, riper the better. Can be even green chilies, no problem. And what we need to do is just bash all this up. Now, if you don't have this or you don't have a chopper, you can actually bash it up in a plastic cover. That's what I usually do. I take a plastic cover like this, okay, and I put all these things, and then what I do is I bash it with my rolling pin. Really fun. But this time, I feel like doing it like this. I'm going to do it like this. Okay. And now we've bashed up all these spices, okay? And what we have to do is do the rest of the marinade. So I'm going to take my bowl. I'm just going to put this in. All the spices. Okay? And then what we have to do is put all the liquid ingredients together. Now, for this, for sweetness, I need honey. 2 tablespoons of honey. Now, don't skip this, okay? This is very essential. Don't say, oh, I don't like it, because it's got its sweetness and, chicken and sweetness. No, it has to balance. So if you're not very, very eager on that, you can put 1 tablespoon of honey, but you should, because this is what gives it its stickiness and glossy sweetness, okay? Apple cider vinegar, okay? Apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons. If you don't have apple cider vinegar, what you do is put white vinegar or balsamic vinegar. 2 tablespoons. Mustard sauce, English mustard, around 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon. Soy sauce, this is the most important ingredient, 3 tablespoons. This adds the saltiness and the lovely flavor. It gives you the that beautiful dark roasty color and flavor. 3 tablespoons. Okay. Now we need another darkener. Worcester sauce, just some drops. That's it. Mix everything together. Now, Worcester sauce and soy sauce it does have salt. Okay, so now you have to be very careful. If you don't have salt, add a bit of salt. It all depends. And then we need around 100 ml of orange juice. Okay. Now, the orange juice should be very, very sour type of orange juice. Now, if you don't have orange juice, even apple juice is good, but then it becomes a bit too sweet. Okay. Now for the marinade, I made the marinade. All I have to do is I need a Ziploc bag. It makes things easier. So what I do is pour this gently, calmly into this. And then I need 100 ml of orange juice. And then we put our pieces of meat. Check for the seasonings. Okay, you want more salt, you have to add more salt. But like I warned you, the mustard sauce has salt. So does the soy sauce, so does the Worcester sauce. Anything else? No, all of these have salt. So you have to be very careful when you actually marinate. So if you feel that you need more salt, add a little bit of table salt or sea salt. Okay. And what we do is just take out all the air and just let it marinate. Okay? Let it marinate well. This has to sit and marinate. That means I made the marinade, and what it has to do is this meat, okay? It has to get infused by the marinade. All the flavors and everything will get into the meat and flavor it. And this needs around 12 hours or overnight, depending upon your choice and how convenient it is for you. Okay, now to avoid leakage and spillage, what I'm going to do is put it into any bowl and let this rest, okay, for 12 hours. You don't have to think about it at all. This will do its work, okay? All you do is after 12 hours, when you're ready for eating, for your dinner or lunch or whatever it is, all you have to do is bake, grill, roast, fry, anything you want, it will be ready. So now what I'm going to do is going to marinate this in the fridge. Marinate in the fridge and not the freezer because it needs time. It should not be frozen. It needs the time, the coolness of the fridge, but not the chill or the total freezing of the freezer. So this has to, get marinated, or the meat chops have to get marinated for around 12 hours or overnight, depending upon your convenience. And then you do whatever you want. You're ready for food with your table. While the chicken and pork is baking or roasting in the oven, I'm going to make a lovely salad to go along with it. And once the roasted chicken and pork is outside, you wait and see what I'm going to do next. So, what I have to do is very, very, very simple salad. Need a red capsicum, one of my favorite, juicy ones. Favorite vegetables. Like I said, always enjoy. Enjoy the textures, enjoy the color, because that's how you enjoy cooking. Otherwise, you won't enjoy cooking. Now, always put this side, that's the skin side, down, and let's cut into juliennes. Juliennes means matchsticks, that's it. Nothing very special. Oh, lovely. Juicy red matchsticks. Okay, this bit. Then we need one carrot, raw carrot. And again, anyhow you want. Okay. This is not a cutting class, it's a cooking class. So don't look at my cutting, okay, please. Again, juliennes. Okay. Then we need some lettuce. Now, actually, what we can do is we'll just do one thing. I'm going to create a bed of lettuce, and all I'm going to do is just, with my hands, just going to actually snip it with my fingers. And that's it. All you need is that. Besides, I have no patience to cut it with a knife. And then, here. Gorgeous. Then some broccoli. Now, these are steamed, okay? It has to be steamed like halfway through. So when it's steamed halfway through, it will actually be more palatable for your taste. Now, if you put raw broccoli, it's bound to be acrid and a bit bitter. So try to use steamed broccoli. And do not steam it too much, because if you steam it too much, the greenness will go and it will turn brown. And all the antioxidants and the beneficial things will just evaporate, and that's not what we want. Okay, so now the salad is done. Now, the chicken must be roasting. It's been about 1.5 hours. The chicken and the pork must be nice, sticky, golden brown, sweet and spicy. Now, why I say sweet is, this is not actually, it's not going to be sickly sweet like ice cream or anything. The only thing is that I've told you a lot of times, in cooking, there is a balance. That means everything should be taste should be balanced. Unless it's balanced, it won't taste good. So sweetness is to just balance the spiciness, sourness, everything together. Wait and see. Yes. Oh, yes. It's done. The whole thing is done. Now, all we have to do now is just transfer it on, and you can see the wonderful juices that the pork and the chicken has made. This juices is the dressing, and it's going to cover the vegetables, and that's how it's going to really taste lovely, and both of these are going to merge really well. So I need, okay, it's kind of hot. Right now it just started raining. I hope you can hear the rains. Beautiful. Perfect for a rainy day. Okay, now like I said, these juices, okay, are very tasty, and they are the main part of the dish, and we have to make maximum use of it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, with a brush, okay, just slick this on. So that it becomes much more moist and it's slickly coated. Okay, now what we have to do is, we need a spoon, and we need to pour this dressing a little bit onto these vegetables to make it very tasty. So here, all I have to do is just pour it on. Now, another thing you can do is, you can use this as a sauce. Take it in a pan, okay, all these juices, take it in a pan, boil it down to a thick consistency. It will become a really good sauce to go along with your baked pork and chicken and your salad, okay? Now this is round about it and ready to be eaten. Lovely. It's a full meal, chicken, pork with vegetables, totally sticky, sweet, smoky, and wonderfully lovely for you.